Hey guys, welcome to challenge location number 4. I've named this location Fire and Renewal because just a few years ago, in 2018, a big fire burned through this area and damaged this beautiful place that I've always loved visiting. If you look around while you're hiking, you may notice some clues to the fire that came through. But now, this place also gives me hope because some of the trees survived the fire and new life is growing all around. This spot is one of the more challenging locations to find, so you'll want to pay close attention to your map and where you are so you can find the right trail to get here. Now, to get to challenge location number 4, you will need to take the Valley Oak Trail, which is on the southwest quarter sheet map. The best access point to the Valley Oak Trail is from the Perimeter Road near its intersection with the Ponder Wander Trail. Just across the Perimeter Road is a small little trail that leads down to the Valley Oak Trail. One of the ways that I know I'm in the right place is that I can see these big trees that look like they've been badly burned in a wildfire that happened a couple of years ago. Once you've gotten onto the Valley Oak Trail, you'll still need to pay close attention to your map and the direction that you're heading, because there are little spur trails that split off the main trail that aren't shown on your map. There are a lot of smaller paths out here that people have made that look like they go someplace but often stop or fade out, which is why I don't include those on the map. If it feels like maybe you took a wrong turn, it's a good idea to turn around, go back to where the trail splits, and check your compass direction. You'll know you've reached our challenge location when you see a fresh little side trail that cuts off to some of the bigger oak trees. I've left another little wooden sign with a quote on it for you to find here too. Be sure to take a picture of yourself with it when you're here. Now, why did I bring you to this spot? Well, first, it's a really beautiful place. And one of the most interesting things about this section of trail is that the land here wasn't torn to pieces by the dredge miners. In fact, a lot of this land looks like it would have 200 years ago, before the first Europeans started coming into the Sacramento area. There would have been different grasses and plants here, but the land itself and the big valley oak trees that you see around you would have been the same. So this is a special place in that way. The fire here in 2018 was started by some young people who thought it would be fun to have a campfire. Fire is a really powerful force, and we humans are often really irresponsible with it, and many beautiful, irreplaceable things are lost to the wildfires that we cause. I was really sad to have seen this place burn. You can see in this aerial photo what this area looked like before the fire, and here is what it looked like after the fire, and this is about what it looks like today. One of the things I was really sad about when I first found out about the fire was that these huge old valley oaks would have all died and been lost. These trees can be as much as 300 years old in some places, and losing them feels like losing something really old and precious. And some of the old trees did die, but many of them survived, even though they were burned and singed pretty badly. And you can look up in the trees above you and you can see new growth emerging. It's nice to know that nature can survive and renew itself even in the face of what looks like a total disaster. Nearer to the ground, new plants are regrowing, including many of a very important plant called the blue elderberry. These are the host plant for a threatened species of beetle known as the valley elderberry longhorn beetle, who lives its entire life in and among these plants. So much of the habitat where this plant grows best has been lost along rivers and streams here in California that the beetle is now a threatened species. So it's kind of special to see big thickets of elderberry growing here. And if you look closely at these plants, maybe you'll get to see an elderberry beetle. Elderberry bushes like these are also an important source of food for birds. They have dark purple berries on them in the summertime that birds love to eat. These berries are poisonous to humans though, so don't be tempted to taste one. Interestingly, Native American tribes living here learned that they could actually eat the berries if they cooked them first, and they used those berries for food and as a way to make a deep purple color of dye. They also used other parts of the elderberry as medicine and even its branches to make musical instruments. I hope you've enjoyed visiting this location and learning about what is here. And I hope that you'll remember that much can be lost to wildfires, but also that nature can sometimes survive and renew itself even in the face of what seems like a disaster.